the next one, which is basically the one which will get the balance. So we'll say function, let's say get bal. So it will take no arguments, as you can also give it arguments, but then if you are looking for the message.sender, then it will be easier. You can directly give out the balance whose is called, like who is calling the function. Okay, so we are up to this, and then public, which is the visibility. Then I have told you about a view function. So what does this view function does? It will only read the data. So we are putting view and then returns the balance. So balance is in uint. So now we are done with this. Now how to return the balance? So firstly, who is calling the function? It is the msg.sender. So we'll write msg.sender. So now we need his balance. So what we will do, we will put it in the mapping, balance record mapping, msg, oh shit, okay, msg.sender dot, then you will go for the total balance. So here we have it, the mapping, which will give the balance of the message.sender or the person who is calling the function, and then the total balance of that person. So now we have to return this whole thing. So we'll write it as return. There is a difference between return and returns keyword. The returns keyword is mentioned in the function header. This is known as a function header, and return is mentioned in the function body. Now semicolon. So we are done with the get balance. So in this, it's basically view function. Now we will go for a very simple function, which is a pure function, the pure function type. So what does that do? It doesn't even read any data or does anything. So it's basically returning just some outside value. So how can you do that? I'll tell you a very simple, like a conversion something. So let's say a conversion function. So we'll call it as function convert. We'll give a simple argument, which is uint and amount in way. So what this function will do, this function will give the amount in ethers. So we'll provide it with amount in way, and it will return the amount in ethers. So let's put the argument. We'll go for it. Public pure returns. So firstly, it should be public, then pure. So pure is the type of function we are supposed to use out here, because we are not going inside the smart contract and looking for some variable or something. We are just taking the parameter coming in and returning it, and then returns, this will be uint only. Now how to do it? It's very simple. Just type return and then the argument that has come in, amount in way, and then divided by the divided directly by 10 power 18. So as you know, 1 ether is 10 power 18 way. So if you divide the amount in way in by 10 power 18, then you will get the ether value. So it can be easily done with one keyword, which is 1 ether. So this will do what? It will divide the value in way of 1 ether to this amount in way. So here it is basically 10 power 18 only. So it will be very easy for us. So I have told you the function convert. So with that, and the next thing we'll be talking about is a withdraw function. So anybody wants to withdraw it. So how can he withdraw the money from the smart contract which is mapped to his balance only? So he can withdraw only the balance that is his. So let's go for it. Let's call it withdraw function, withdraw, and then the message dot sender. Obviously the function is called by whom? The message dot sender, and then so we'll give like only this person who has called the function will be able to withdraw it, and how much. So if you write it as message dot value, you will easily get it. So let's say public. Now how to withdraw? So the withdraw will be, first we'll take the account address, we'll go for the mapping, which is the balance record, msg.sender. So here you have this. So now this is directly pointing to the balance of this address, message.sender's address, or the person who has called it. Okay. So now what we will do, we need the total balance. So first we need to check if the total balance is more than how much he wants. Okay, there should be an amount as a parameter. I forgot, because msg.value is basically he is sending the funds to the smart contract. So we need a value out here. So uint amt, let's say. Now message.sender dot, let's say, total balance. This should be always greater than equal to the amount he wants. So we need to first check this condition. How to check this condition? We will use the require. So require, what is the requirement? Requirement is balance record, msg.sender.total balance should be always greater than equal to the amount, comma. If not, then what? Then you have to write not enough funds, or you can write anything you want. So not enough funds. We are done with the require statement. So first it will check what is required, and then we will go for it. Wait, okay, I have written amount somewhere else also. Let's put an underscore. Yes. Now next, we have checked this condition. Now what we will do, we will first reduce his balance, and also we will put it in the transaction list or the payment list. Actually, right now we are not putting it into the payment list. If you want to put it in the payment list, you should also have some kind of string or variable out here to tell that if it is paying or if it is withdrawing. So that state. So right now we are not doing it for withdrawing functions. We'll be keeping it very simple right now. So withdraw. We will not show any transaction for the withdraw out here. Next. So we have done this much. Now we will subtract the balance first. We have checked that it is correct or more basically. So now you just copy this total balance and then minus equal to amt. So this will subtract the balance of this person from the mapping which is mapped to his address. So we are done till here, and the next part we want to do is to transfer to his account. So how to do that? msg.sender.transfer. The transfer function will send money back to the person who has called this, or whose address is mentioned out here basically right now. So then dot transfer, and then let's say amount. If this much we want to transfer. So we have completed till here.